Hi, welcome to the stream. Also, the microphone is too far away. Okay. Hi, welcome to the stream. Today we're gonna have some fun because we're gonna do some refactoring and documentation. Why? Because my code is stinky. So, as you can see, let me show you. So you have an ID. This is the player class. Isn't there a little problem here? That's big, alright? That's really complicated. There is a lot of shit. And specifically, this is absolutely terrible. This is bad. The way I handle interactions, which is hide, close door, switch, these are absolutely fucking awful. They did nothing. So my question is, handling interaction. That's the first thing you need to do. Can you interact? That's the first thing. Can you interact? First off, then can you close the door? Can you open this? So switch, I don't know what that is. I think it's something I never did. Oh yeah, switch emit, switch on. Yeah, okay, I did that. Yeah, it's yeah. Well, as you can see, it's bad. Like all of that is awful. Get last hiding spots because we get that from the possible interaction and stuff. It's awful. Nothing really makes sense, nothing is clear, and honestly, I think we need to change that. So first, we're gonna have to take the player here in our own hands, and what I want to do is I want to maybe manage interactions by a state machine. But if I do that, yeah, no, I'm actually doing that. Like I should return and I should return here. It's okay, but like. Should get into a range of interactions, so we need something that tells you that I can actually like implement for any other thing that's sent to the player, hey, you can interact with me right now. And then what I need to do is I need to have the possibility to actually manage my interactions, and I think using state machines. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna create a child node that's gonna be just load. Oh yeah, what for the slug cat? I was confused. Yeah, I was talking in my ears. I was, what the fuck? Can I have just a normal node? Yeah, cool. So we want the interactions state machine. We want to add the child node. That's just gonna be a normal node, which is gonna be hide. So closed doors, that's weird. Why I said that as closed doors and not just open and close. I think we should be able to just open and close, but maybe that's a choice I made before that was really poorly designed. Switch, just call that a switch. I don't like that, but it's okay. So now we have that. I want to attach a script. The script will be not like that. Yeah, why is it laggy? Oh, you know why? Because my computer is frying because it's too hot today. So yeah, so yeah, bubbles, state machine. That's what we want. Can you? Thank you. So yeah, that's the same, right? They all have the same state machine. We know that. That works, they all have the same. Now I will want to create a new stuff, so we want to edit SLC characters player. What I wanted to do, fuck. SLC characters player. So we have states here. And then we have exhaustion state, sanity state, so we're gonna call that interaction state. Interaction state.gd, just rename it correctly, so interaction state.gd. We want to open the exhaustion state just to have an idea on how I did that, so extend states. we want that. So, oh, also we want a state that is none. I forgot about this one, but this state is just none. That's the default one. So yeah, for the state machine here, initial state, I want you to be none, but it's okay. I'm gonna change to that. So we don't want you to be called exhaustion state. We want you to be called interaction state of class state. We want the none to be none. We want the hide to be hide. We want the switch to be switch. So nothing that complicated anyway. So we have that. That's the default one. So even for the exhaustion state, we have the ready. So we want to get the player. And that's it. So I'm just gonna take everything. Because we need to define also our player. Okay. Now we have everything. Everything works. We can get back the player, which is great. So we can actually refactor this fucking interaction, because the interactions by default are just. I made such a. That's bad. That looks bad. That's awful. And it's so wonky. So let's just fix that. So now we have that. We have all of this information to pass, which is great because our states system actually can pass informations by a dictionary, and then it's just gonna get defined by them. So we want to edit a new file, which is gonna be also in characters. Player. We want it to be state. We want a new state, which is gonna call interactions. And we want not the non-state actually. I mean, we can. It's just gonna be nothing. Did I do that though? That's a good question. Did I define the non-state and stuff? Like for example, for exhaustion state, do I have the normal state? Yeah, I have it. Okay, but there is a reason why. Do you have the healthy? Yeah. So in that case, I'm not sure it's gonna be really useful, but we're still gonna do it anyway. Extend exhaustion state, and we want that to be non-state, non-interaction state, and want to remove, want to call that interaction. Yes, yes, you can find the interaction state. What the fuck? Interaction state. It's here. Do I have to rename it? That's exactly the same. I just renamed it. That's exactly the same. Why? I don't know. So yeah. So we have nothing because now we have a func update called by submission for management tick. So we do nothing when we update. Because when we update, we do nothing, that's it. For the none, we're just gonna say enter just for the... I don't remember, so let me open the state real quick. I always forget, that's how it is. So we're just gonna print previous node path and data. So we're just gonna do that multiple times. So okay, print data, and I want to in none. Just so I have the yeah. Let me modify. Let me remove. It's just being annoying at that point. So states, I have interaction state.gd. Oh yeah, it can't find it. That's the problem. States, do you have interaction state.gd now? Yeah, because I need to tab in. That's why. This change, man. But yeah, okay, it's okay. So we have just the info that we needed. We have the player. We don't care about that. We just know that the player can actually interact or not, so that's the thing. they exist, the interaction state is defined, so none will have it. Like they all have it, right? Yes, because I still need to actually define them no matter what. So attach script, no states, interaction, none, load. So yeah, that's one. Or maybe it's because I use this theme. That's maybe why. Hold on. Let me just remove the theme just to see if it's actually doing something. You know what? I'm gonna try that after. I'm gonna try that after the stream. So the hide state is the new one we need to do. So that's all. We want a hide. So to do that, we want to update it in states, interactions, hide.gd. We want the same, and we want to call that hide interaction state. So here none to hide interaction state. And now we want to do something, obviously, because when we get in, we don't care about the previous one, that's for sure. By contre, we want the data. That's really important that the data is passed. So we need to actually have this function doing something. We need to know which is the last hiding spot. And yeah. Question would be, if I get the player, I have something that's called... so on can interact, that's my shit here. So I can true, or else I can find. So yeah, that's the... it's just bad what I'm doing. I don't know what is this interaction possible, so there's something here that I define. And enter interactions. So is interaction possible? Do I change it? The fuck is it possible? Like, okay, fine. But if I do is interaction possible? So I have that. Oh, that's something I pass. So then on can interact, that's the thing I'm passing, and then I can tell you if it's useful. But then I never use it outside of this function. So what's the fucking point? What's the fucking point? I don't use it outside of this function, so that's keeping state for no reason. I have the data, I have the interaction type, which will be a node in that case, or a name, or string name, or whatever. I need something. I think we can actually define the interaction type. Yeah. We want the interaction type because we want to be able to use it outside, so we want something like that. So, but actually, can just use this const. I don't think I need more. I'm just gonna try to do that. I think that's okay. Yeah, because you can't use, you can't define enumeration like in Rust where it's great. So enumerations can be kind of like a value, kind of like a union. You can't do that. So I'm a bit limited because enumerations are only like integer, which is sad. But then... okay. Switch node, switch. Okay. Switch node as switch. Okay, the fuck is node? So that's the node you're interacting with. Why the fuck is it that complicated? That's so complicated. I'm not joking. That's so complicated. That's so complicated. What the fuck I did? I was just reading also my trap one, but the trap one is okay, I think. This is just ridiculous. Like, come on, guys, what the fuck I did? this right here, just handling the interaction that is just like giving you the last hiding spot. Where do I use that shit? Like last hiding spots. So I actually defined the last hiding spot, right? I have the get last hiding spot, right? Get last hiding spot, okay? Possible interaction, hide last hiding spot. Why do I use that? Where is it used? That's good questions you have to ask, because what the fuck I'm doing with that? I don't know. Last, so get last hiding spot. I use it in the player composition. Why? The player composition.gd. And when is it used? Because I can just remove that if it's not used anywhere. Last hiding. Camera global position. Oh yeah. Spot global position. That's why I'm using that. Because I'm moving the player to the spot. Is that really necessary? Is that really necessary? That's the question that we are going to ask ourselves right now. Is that really necessary? Because typically speaking, if I hide, the camera would still follow me. Yeah. Also, I didn't know that would happen. If I'm hidden, then I'm unshown, and if I'm unshown, that's what happens. You see nothing. So I got hit, apparently, because the monster was able to hit me. Which is a problem, because it's not supposed to hit me at all. So, yeah. Okay, I can move the cat. Oh yeah, no, the monster was not able to hit me. I'm a moron. Yeah, no, I just got sanity damage by... Oh, I like that. That makes it so much worse. Oh. Honestly? Okay, I like that. The fact that you hiding and then you have to get the cat out to have vision makes it really nice. I really like that. Honestly, I think that's great. I think that's great. Yeah, that's great. I didn't think that would happen, but the fact that when you hide, you're obviously not seeing anything. I mean, I should maybe change that so you have a narrow vision. So the vision stays. You don't see your character because I can modulate it, so it's fine. And then I could change that. That's the thing I'm going to change today also. But that's cool. Then it didn't check this interaction. It's a good interaction. I like it. It actually gives me a better idea. So yeah. So if the player is hiding, so we don't need this system. This is absolutely useless, which is great because now I know I don't need it, so I can just remove that no matter what. It's not useful, so I don't even need to keep the last hiding spot. I just need to know what is the last hiding spot so I can hide the player in the spot. That's it. I don't need the rest. And hiding a player would just be you pass it at the data and it's okay. The fuck? You're not receiving enough video to maintain. You're receiving enough video to maintain. I'm gonna cry. Yeah, also, I don't hear anything in terms of music. I just with the... Yeah, we have better now. Just do that. Yeah, a bit better. Should not use the Rainbow soundtrack because it's really low compared to the other, but it's okay. I like the Rainbow soundtrack in a way. So on closed door, I don't know why I have that. Why is it there and not there? Why did I do that? There are a lot of decisions that I made that are just really, really bad. Like, same, why am I doing that? Why am I just not hiding the player? Because I need to be able... Yeah, I should just be able to give you the on-interact and then you're in the state of interaction that you can. And then you can just manage it. So in that case, yeah, I want the update to actually check for something and then pass something else. So just what you do in the interaction. So something that we have to change, which is interact. That's going to be our function. We want to know so we want to do whatever, like we just interact with whatever we have. That's pretty simple. And we just have oh yeah, I know what I can do. Interact with. Let's just do it like that. Interact with, and we want the func, so we want the predicate. So we're just going to have the lambda, which is a callable. So you just do something, otherwise you don't. And this function will just manage the side of the player, which is when you want to interact, so enter interaction if you're not doing that. So player inputs will come from the player. Pretty simple, we have the info. So interact with, and otherwise you do lambda. Can I just not use the callable? Return lambda. Okay. How can I call? Or can I call the lambda.call? Okay. So just a lambda.call, that's it. Normally it's supposed to do it. So yeah, pretty simple. So here interact with, we just interact with the function we want, so pretty simple. And then everyone will use the same. So that's just for testing. I'm gonna remove that after that, so it's okay. For the hide though, we want to get the last hiding spot. So var hiding spot, which is a hiding spot. Pretty simple. When we enter, we want to get it. So we want to see hiding spot equals data dot. How did I call that in the player? I think I called it that last hiding spot, which is bad. So let's just data.node in our case, because that's the node where you're hiding. So spot maybe better. So now it's done, and now we want to do func update. We have the delta. So delta float. Return void, and we want a new function, the function that we will call hide, like that, which is going to take nothing, return void because it's a callable that we're going to use. And so in our case, for possible iteration, hide can hide the player, which is something we have here. So if is hiding false, hide emit is hiding. We can just emit that from the player saying we're hiding right now. Is hiding through global position, last hiding spot, so we can just have that directly given from there, so in the hide function. And then we want to do interact with hide. So player.is hiding. I don't like having that here, so I want to keep the is hiding here, which is a bool, and by default it's false. So if you're hiding, then is hiding false normally. And so hiding, I might want to actually move that logic also to the player directly. So I want out of the player, that's what I meant. I want to remove that out of the player, I don't need that. That's normal because I want to change the player for the moment. So yes, and there is no global position, which is great. Last hiding spot in that case. And we want the player hide in that case. And hiding, it is hiding. So that's okay. My question would be, now that I'm connecting to the hiding. Oh yeah, but maybe I actually need to keep it there, because I think I have monsters that actually connect to the hiding of the player. Let me think about it. Let me check. So sanity 18% factor, we don't care. Interaction hide, player GD. So we don't have hiding, but I'm sure it's used. Because I have a state for the monsters that actually uses that, right? Player hiding. Player hiding is actually doing something, and that's the problem. Because then I want to know characters, navigation characters, in my case, monster, states, player hiding. Cannot resolve class monster state. Yeah, I mean you can, but it's okay. Current spot, player hiding, connect on player hiding. I'm doing it there. This is a problem because now we need to use it. Apparently, I'm surprised. Oh yeah, I know why, because I put that in the player. So here G hiding. Yeah, navigation character state idle, on player hiding, hiding connect, hiding disconnect. So we're using that a lot. So this should still be on the player. Characters, player, player.gd. So this should still be on the player, unfortunately, but I'm not surprised. It should be on the player. And I need to... yeah, you can do that, that's fine. So it should be on the player, this signal should not be there, and I should rename that to player.hiding.emit. So I can actually connect it together, which is fine. But then I don't need anything else, like typically speaking here, I'm hiding, I know if the player is hiding. No, because I changed that, like, having the player hide is also something that I need to update his sanity. But it's okay, I can do that. So function iPlayer can be removed, because we don't care about that. We don't need to return the last hiding spot, because we're not using it anymore, so it's okay. We're already having that separated. So this interaction is removed for the moment. Don't close the door, I don't care. So on can interaction type hiding. So that's the thing I will need to change now. The possibility of doing it. The same, like, if is interaction possible, it's just like, if you can do it, just do it, otherwise just don't. So let's just remove that, because I don't think it's useful. If not is interaction possible, we just return here, we just simplify it. And so here I want to do interaction hiding. We can do my state machine, which is interaction state machine. So interaction state machine dot, I don't remember. I know I did something for the exhaustion and state. Current state, sanity state, compute, so that's how we do that. Current state, but I'm sure I'll find a solution to actually emit something, like update or change state. I don't remember how you do that. I know there is a solution, I don't remember how we did. State machine. Unhandled input, so state handled input, okay, go to... Okay, so go to initial state, transition to state. I use that, transition to next state. But you can just do... Isn't that like a next? Transition to next state, which is it has not state, okay. State get node, state enter. So, how did I do that in exhaustion? I think I did that in exhaustion and stuff. So, update, finished, yeah, just finished emits, and then we just go to the next one. So none, GD. So we do that in the finished, my bad though. Do we do that in the update? Wait. Normal. If player stamina finished it, that's what I did. So I do that in the update apparently. So here I have the enter, which is great. Now we have the call update. And our solution would be to just finish and emit it to the next one. So the question will be here that you're connected to the can interact, right? So I need to pass the value to any state, and then depending on the type, I just finished it and I move on. So yeah, I think interaction state. I kinda want. Not pass go. I know you can't. It's okay. I kinda want to actually have the update here as well. So just if I know we can't do that because we don't know which stuff we're doing. We need to actually have like connecting to a state of the player. I think we can do that then. The signal is not so hiding, it's important we have it. We have the can interact, so the node we're interacting with, the interaction type is interaction possible, so yeah. I can do that in the interaction state, I think, just so. The thing is that I want to actually be able to type check it rather than actually yeah, I think I'm gonna type check it. So it's gonna do some redundancy, but it's okay because it's type checked, and I think it's better than just not having it type checked. The signal should be there. We want the interaction type to be interaction state.interaction type. We have a problem here apparently. So if it's hiding, could not find type here. Okay, so we need to be interaction state.interaction type, which works as well. And same. Oh yeah, of course you don't want me to actually have that at the bottom. Yeah, true, because interaction state, that interaction type door, just for the test. But as the on node can interact, but in our case, I think it's better if you actually connect it by default. So in the interaction state, in the ready, we want to do player dot on, so can interact dot connect, and we want to connect the function that is can interact. Function on can do exactly that, on can interact, which gonna take our friend here. I love this. The intro song of Rainbow is great. Love it. So we just have that. I'm just gonna take it. Is the interaction possible? Executing the block after function declaration. The lambda declaration. This is interesting because yeah, on yeah, I know why. On can interact. Yeah. So here I want to rename you. What do you mean no connection? Oh fuck you. Can I do that? Yes. Thank you. Alright, so is interaction possible? That's already done. So we have the type of interaction, which is here just an interaction state by default. Interaction type. So we're still gonna have to match them because whatever. That's the problem, but at least we're doing something. I'm gonna change all the interaction at once. So it's okay. So interaction type dot hide, in that case hide. We want to do, if the interaction is not possible, then we do nothing, of course. And what we want to do is we want to just finished.emit with hide. And I want to add something which is the spot equals node in our case. So most likely something like that, honestly. So yeah, we have it. And yeah, cannot remember hide in the base interaction type. Hiding. Yeah, just say change it to hide. I don't know why I call that hiding, but just an idiot's way of doing it. So this will not work, but it's okay. We have at least that. So on interaction, so if you can interact and then the type is hide, then you move to it. And no matter what, so if is interaction possible, so we can't interact, we just say finished.emit none, and we do nothing, because basically we're just moving around and we just wait for the on can interact to superset everything. So it's great. Which means we can actually do stuff like that. So I don't need to do it on node. Node is just gonna be really just empty, just the default empty state. Now that I have the hide, player hiding emit, so the is hiding, I think I need to actually change that to the player, but not really. I can define it myself. So if I want to know the information, I just need to know what is my current state. If my current state is hiding, then my current state is hiding, then actually I'm hiding. That's it. So I can make it like completely transparent. So I can just do it like that. Actually, that's great because I can just do that. I can do a get and an empty set. So I can do that. I can do. Whoa. That's not what I asked for. I can do a get with a property which is whatever. So here it's gonna be just the gets. We want to return a bool. And the gets will be interaction state machine current state, I think. Okay, how the fuck do you do the get and stuff? So yeah, I have the set here, so it's basically the same, right? What? Not all path code return a value. The fuck? Okay, and when in doubt. Nobody setter and getter. Yeah, because I need to return something. So return true. Just for the sake of it, just for that. And set we return, we use nothing in the return. That's exactly what I did. Why? I need to put a value. Okay, so you can't use okay. I can't just do that. That's impossible. Okay, cool to know. That's why. But yeah, it's okay. So the value we don't care because we don't want to set it. It's always just return globally. So interaction state machine dot current state equal. So current state returns what? A state. How the fuck do I use the current state? That's the question. So current state return a state, and then do I know which state it is? Because we get the state, cool. How can I actually say, okay, so that's my state right now. I want you to define it. I think, so that's my current state, and I want to, that's my current state, and what I want to do is I want to know what type it is. Can I find the type of the state? Check against type script. How can I actually type a variable with script? Pretty simple question. So use type of. So just type of. Okay, so I can just use type of by default and just return information and type information. So we can return type of question global variant, return the internal type of the given parameter using the variant type value. Oh, the variant type value. My question is, would that work if I do that? Because in my opinion, I don't think that will. Oh yeah, no, I'm a moron. No, I mean, no, I know what I don't need to do that actually. Var current equals interaction state machine dot current state as I interaction state if current null return false, because of course. So well, current has no. Simple because I defined that. So it means the type checking failed, else we just return current dot is, so is hiding. And so we have the information here. So now we can actually use it, which is great. So it's just not saying changing anything. So get is hiding. Do you use the get is hiding? That's a good question. RG get is hiding. Nope. So since we're not using it, we can actually remove it, which is great. So now that we know we don't need it, possible interaction switch can, switch can, okay. So the end interaction can be removed, by the way, because we're not using it anymore. Which is it's in the process. It should actually be in the physics process, in my opinion. But you know, that's just a bad idea that I did. Actually, not really. We're just moving positions, right? Yeah, I think it's okay. I have a normal one, but it's okay. You know the existing state. You know. Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, here. No, it's okay if I update interact with hide, which is just changing the position quickly. It's not actually doing physics stuff. I think it's okay if it's just in the update, not in physics update. So yeah. Just pretty simple. We know also the value of doing it, so yeah, it's okay, no, it's fine. So we're doing it ourselves, which is great. We are starting with vulnerability from trapped. On can interact, we don't care. Can't close doors, so that's something you can remove. So now we want to do the doors. So we want to, when there is a door, that's the thing. When there is the door, so it's in the ended interaction. If you can interact with the door, then possible interaction, close door, doors layer as door. Okay. Doors layer, close door emit. Possible interaction, close door, door local pause, and then you can close the door. Why do you have something that's called can't close the door? Close door can false, close door, doors layers equal null, doors. Okay, so you just emit that you can't close it anymore, you're just leaving it. That's the thing. So I can just do that. See what I mean by my code is stinky? This is a mess. This makes it way better. I've been dreading to actually doing that, I swear to God, but yeah, that's how it is. I really need to do it. That's just not possible. So, closed door is gonna be our, needs to be our next one. So we want a new child node. That's I'm gonna call closed door. That's how it is. I would like to rename it to door actually, because I call it closed door. But how did I define the door system? I think my door system is dumb. Those layers, how did I do that? Player interaction type door, so yeah, it won't work, it's okay. So in that case, it's more like... the create signal function, variable enter connect create. So we use the detection timer player that we know and we love. Open, then when the door is opened or closed. If door state local post open and it can interact. Yeah. Oh yeah, because you can, yeah. If you get in, like if you push it, you open it. But if you click on it, you, yeah. Yeah. That's my stuff, but it's bad. It's okay. Yeah, I did, like, that's just... that goes to show that no matter what, you can do a lot of dumb shit. And this is the problem. Door interaction state. Doors layer is a var of type doors layers. It's stinky, I hate it. So doors layer, closed door, emit, can close door. So yeah, we just can't close, just remove it. We just say it's impossible, so we just leave. So in that case, we want to enter, get the value of the door. Funct updates, well, like that exactly. And we want to have a new function that is not hide but close the door. So in that case, we want to that close door. But honestly, I think I need to change the way I actually manage the doors. That's my fault. For the moment, we're just gonna do that, but then I'm gonna change that. It's just for the refactoring, normally what you do is you do something like you refactor the code so it does the same, but it's way stinkier, way like less stinky, sorry. So that's what I want to do. But then after that, I'm gonna actually have to change it the same way. I'm gonna have to also update that. So we'll be doing a lot of bug fixings today. It's a lot of time, honestly. It's a lot of time to unraveling the logic I had to make it better. Here, it's not necessarily better, like it's a bit more readable. It's a bit just annoying because I'm using a ton of objects, but that's the problem with the way I manage my state machines. And I need to change the entire system if I want to do it differently. But that's how it is. So that's a trade-off I'm willing to take because it means the logic is self-contained inside the class. It's not the best way of doing it, I know, but it's a way of doing it that is better than just having this fucking dictionary doing everything everywhere at once. So when we do to the player, we are getting the node and the local post, so we need two. Var local post of vector to I. So when we enter, we want to get the layer. So maybe that's the node they call that. I I think that's how it is. I have hiding spot, right? So body emits signal. Can find interaction type in player. The fuck is body? Oh yeah, body. Oh, because it's supposed to be a player, yeah. This is bad. What the fuck I wrote here? Like var player equals body as player if player equal null return, because it works, and then we do player dot can, so can interact dot emit. We don't want that because we want to have the thing. So we just return self, which is a node player interaction type hiding. So in that case, it's gonna be interaction state interaction hiding, and it's hide in that case. So yeah, true because you're hiding. And then we do the same here. We'll just change that to false. So we just do that. And then we do the same, but this time we're not hiding. So you can't interact. It's just false. Interaction type, interaction state. Yeah. That's cool. And so for every interaction state we have, no matter what, we're doing it. So here, if you can interact, we finish none. Then we hide, we pass the spot here, so that's how we're gonna do it here. So we don't need that. We want to do finished dot emit. In our case, it's gonna be door, and I want to define the door here. So const door equals that door. So we have it. So we finish door, and we want to give it a new value. So we want the layer to be the node, and we want to have the local path to be the local, so to be the data local position in our case. And I don't need anything else, so it's okay. We manage that together. So now we want to get the node, so in that case it's the layer, and we want to call that doors layer, and the local path is data local path. Easy. So in that case we don't want to hide, we want to close door. Close door. We want to change that because the logic is not the same anymore. So when we interact with a door, we want to do close door emit. So just to be sure, I think in the known, or maybe in the interaction state here, I want to do if node, so yeah, var spot equals node as spot, so as hiding spot, sorry. If spot, so assert, we're just gonna do an assert because that should break. If assert spot not null, you didn't pass an hiding spot for the hide interaction. This should never fail. Same, we do the same here because we want to do the same. We don't want the spot, so here we pass the spot here. We do the same, but instead we don't pass that as a spot, we pass that as a doors layer. So layer, and we want the layer. We didn't pass doors layers for the door interaction. This should never fail. So like that, we have the information that we want, which is great because now it's fixed and we have actually a check. So nothing is broken. It should not happen. That's why it's an assert. So it should not happen outside of testing, which is why I said I said it like that, because it should eminently not happen outside of testing, which is a good idea because it's not supposed to happen in the game. So if at some point I reach that possibility while testing, if there is a problem, and it should not do that, but that's something that should crash in my testing. Should not crash after that, but it should crash in my testing. So yeah. So for the closed door, I have it there, which is just doors layer, and we emit. So doors layer, closed door, doors layers, I call that. So those layers, closed door. So we just want the local post in the case. Easy. And then we want to say finished dot emit, and we go back to none. Why? Why? That's a good question. Why? Well, it's because typically speaking, I'm supposed to say that I can't do it anymore. So this possible interaction should say you can't do it anymore. That's done. You close the door, now you need to run into it. This is not something that I'm a fan of, but at least it's explicit. The way I made it is bad. That's why. That's why I'm not a fan of. The way I made it is bad, and I need to probably change it a ton. But yeah. Let's just keep it like that, it's okay. So now, our friend, the switch, and then we need the item, I think, that I never did. So that's the thing, right? Interactions, hide, switch, no, I have just the hide and switch, which is okay. So hide door, I have item here, should be removed, should not exist. So in that case, we have the var switch, not as switch. We have already here, so it's okay, I can actually do that. I can call that switch. And you didn't pass a switch for the switch interaction, this should never fail. So we know that it's assert not true, and then we need to just toggle the switch on and off. So it's pretty simple, I think. Emit, switch on. That's it. I should even not do that. It should just like, yeah, I mean, I can do that. It's okay. I just yeah. So it's pretty simple. I just need to do it again. So player, states, interaction, and I want the switch.gd. We want to get the same for the door here, so door interaction state. Okay, but then we want to rename that in switch interaction state. Switch interaction state, so that's pretty simple. We want the switch to be a switch. You're following at home, that's cool. We want to pass the switch in the value. We want to call that, not bad, we want to call that the switch. We want to remove that. Here we want to rename that to switch. Switch, which is really funny, which is a really funny way to say just start the fucking button. I don't need to do that because I don't need to finish the interaction. And so I just need to do that and do that, and that's pretty much it. So pretty simple, we have it, that works, minus some documentation, minus documentation because we don't have documentation here, but it's okay. For the rest, we have something that works, so it's a bit better in terms of an experience. I don't hate it. Yeah, so we have though a lot more stuff, so let's just do a little switcheroo. So we have also the GDUI that spawns. I want to attach a script. This time it will be something else, which is the state. I want the interaction. That's not what I asked you to do. I want the interaction. And I want the interaction, so it's hide. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep that just for all that. Attach a script. We want to do it, but we don't want the door. We want the switch. Load. And same, attach a script. Same old, but here we want the door. So yeah, everything is attached. Normally, my interaction should work. Not perfectly though, because I need to still fix some little problem in the... Oh, I'm already in player, that's why. Genius. Okay, interaction state.gd here, because I have still this weird stuff, which should just be finished here, and we move to the next one. So, finished, emit, switch. And we don't need layer, we just need the switch, which is the switch value, and we don't need the local post, because the local post means nothing. And yeah, and now, good to go. That works. We pass information between everything. We have this assert just to be sure that nothing breaks. Spoiler, things will break. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So now we have the interact with. I use that in the update. I think I should not use that in the update because I have something that's called handled input called by the submachine when receiving an handled input event. So that's the thing. Because I can get the event, which is an input event. My question is stack basically all type of input events, not input. So I need to know if I can get the same type of event and use that for the state machine, because maybe it's better. I should probably do handle inputs just so it's better. So interactions, I want to... How do you select everything? I always forgot how you do that. I would like to be able to select. I just say, I don't know, tab. No. You can't, okay. I have a, I don't know how I do that. So Helix, select multiple files in file picker. So I know. Because I already checked that, but I forgot all the time. Alt return, and it opened the background so I can continue picking up the file. Okay, so you can do that just by alt return. I didn't know that. So or hide known, which yeah. So yeah. So I do it in the update, which is sad. So in that case, interact with, so I kind of want the event on this thing, which is an input event. And I want to check how you do the input events, what the fuck they're doing. So input event, my friend, input event. So using input events, that's great because there is something that exists for that. So yeah, using input events. So another input event, if event is an input event key. Managing input is usually complex no matter the other one. To use this related special built-in type input event. This type can be configured to contain several types. So you can set up your input map project for taking and choose direction like this. Yeah, okay, so basically it's better to actually just use the is action just pressed and just put that in the updates. I'm okay with that. That's changing a lot of stuff for me. So debugger, I have a ton of errors. So clear. Let me start again. So it will not work because I can't find the thing. Let me start that. Member interaction type in base player. My switches. In the switches. So interactables, switches, switch.gd. Yeah, because you know what I did? I used the wrong one. That's why I used the wrong one. It should look like that. Not. So yeah, self player, interaction type. Shh. Like that, and false. Fuck me. In that case, it should be false. That's it. On switch on. Okay. And my question will be for the timer switch. Did I do the same on switch? I use the data or no? No. I use the data. Data and that I stop by timer true. Okay, so I do that by default, which is great. Set wait time. Okay, cool. Oh, so it's fixed now. Yeah. Let me start again. So I'm actually hiding right now. My data is empty, so that's okay. So I can't interact apparently. Yeah, debugger. What the fuck? So this is a problem, by the way. I need to push back a variable of type array into type object. I don't need to push back because append generate candidates. That's not append, that's append array. And that's a problem. Yeah. I love that it still works. It's just like doing the, well, I should not be working, but I should be. Get. Whoa. 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 What? Monster 7 will target hiding spot current spots. Global position. Add function. Physics updates. Out of bounds get index 0. So apparently there is no hiding spots, which is interesting because hiding spots current spots, so the current spot is still the same. What the fuck is current spot? Just so I know. Current spot 0, set value, current spot clone value, hiding spot size. So normally on player hiding, if I'm not hiding, then I finish the mids idle. Otherwise, I should be moving inside. So I already connect, no matter what. So if you do it too fast, it actually does that. That's interesting, I suppose. Oh, there is so much bugs. Yeah, I did it too fast. If I wait a bit, I don't think that's something with the waiting. No, it actually breaks. As if the array is not defined again, which is interesting. Oh, I know why. I empty the hiding spots. Yeah. Why do I do that? They will never move. I don't need to empty them. Because they connected to everything, so they will never move. The same that... Like, disconnecting is okay, return to path is okay. But why do I empty them? There's just no reason to do that. Okay, you okay, dude? I don't think he's okay. My god. Okay. You okay? Yeah, you're okay. You're definitely okay. A bit too okay for me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Leave me. Leave me the fuck alone. 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 So. Yeah. That's really hard. We should be... Well, I should change that because it's just impossible. But yeah. The fix is done. That's okay. I have the value that I needed. So, CRC... I just do that. -x states, interactions, and the non-one, which should be... So high, no. Yeah. Just simplifying that. So we have, for the characters, player hiding, we can remove that because it was a bug. Interaction state, player, so yeah, player composition, vision. So append the rate, generate candidates, candidate situation. So we have that is also fixed. We have, so we're just gonna change that for the vision because we don't need that. For the rest, it's just fixed. So yeah, for the switches, it's changed. For the hiding spot, it's changed. For the vision, for the doors layer, also it's changed. So normally everything works. Didn't try to put switches and stuff. So let's just do that real quick. I have a doors layer. I don't remember how you do anything on that, but okay. I think I need to show disabled children. I think, yeah. And then there should be a door. Yeah, the function on can enter can actually be removed, by the way. That's maybe something that I should also remove. So this fucking dictionary, so this is okay. Possible interaction is useless now, because we're not using it anymore. Enter interaction is useless now, because we're not using it anymore. On closed door is useless now, and on can interact are useless. All of them. Because we connected the thing to the state machine. So now, it's better. It's smaller, at least in the player stuff, and it's great. It's better than what I have before. Thank God. My God, okay. So now we have something less annoying. So now I'm supposed to put my tile set. I don't remember which tile, because I didn't define the tile, because I forgot about that. Which tile did I modify that have like the information that I want? There is no property. I'm not buying that. Hold on. That's a door layer. I'm sure there is a property. Local position, on already entered, so door state open the mid true. Door state, that's it. We just know the position, but we do nothing with that? Not even like putting like a collider and stuff. Really? Because I should be putting a collider on that. That also blocks the thing. So my door system is absolutely fucking trash. That's what I'm going at. It's bad. It's trash. So I'm gonna argue that since it's trash, let it be trash. I need a rework of that shit because I'm not using it anyway. I don't have the assets to use it anyway. So let's just consider it trash. Move on. I'm not gonna test it. I'm gonna assume it works. Spoiler, it doesn't, but I don't care. And I'm gonna change that later. That's for later me. So I don't need to deal with that anymore. I'm gonna delete it because I think it's not the way, but it's okay. I want to switch though, so can I instantiate a switch? So okay, where's my friend the switch? That's a switch. Okay, so you are there. We need to see you, I guess. Also, I'm just thinking because of the doors, but we need to actually trigger the new generation of the navigation map. Because if you close the door, the monster should be able to... No, because the monster should be able to open it. Fuck, that's just insane. I will need to think about it. So, let's just define the switch here. I'm just gonna be simple. Visible collision shape. And I want to print it. So let's just do the switch here. So the other switch, not in the switches, the interaction. Interaction with switch image switch on, and yeah, print on. It works if it shows that it works. So yeah. It works. Leave me! Leave me! I'm gonna die. Come back, my cat. I'm dead, apparently. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm completely dead. Yeah, it's okay. So yeah, the switch works. Woo! So at least there is that. So now I consider this refactor for that actually. Done. Not completely though, because I need to document it. Otherwise it's not really done. But that's okay. So I want everything inside there. I want the interaction state as well. So for the door, I wanted to just open the stage so that up, enter. So I'm just gonna use the same, by the way. So switch, enter, interaction state. So interact with, we need to define that, and on interact we need to define that as well. For the door, so we have the hide, just the update, like that. But now I have nothing, the switch is there. And I have the doors, so it's all done. Okay. Right, all. So now we want the state, it's okay. We want the update. So it's just copying, pasting this documentation because I don't need much for that, which is great. But then I want to document the rest properly. So, okay, so now that we have that, we want interact with. So here we want the function that is the function called to close the door currently interactable. Okay, I want to define that the layer containing the doors, the position of the door on its layer, the local position on its layer, because that's the thing we want to define. So let's explain here the function called to hide or unhide the player. we're gonna actually rename that not to hide, but to toggle hide. So toggle hide because it's doing something else. So to hide around the player, we want the hiding spot, the hiding spot currently interactable. Tells if the player is hiding or not. Pretty simple, but you know, none as nothing. Switch. I love this this function. Switch the function to switch the currently available switch. The function to toggle the currently interactable switch, and I want to rename that to not switch but the toggle switch, just so you know it's weird that currently interactable switch. The interaction state, so we need to know that function. So we just like called when the state is ready. I don't remember what's the name again for that. How do you call that? Called when the node is ready. Called when the node is ready. Okay, interact with. So function called each update. Function to call each update. To call each update to manage interaction. The lambda is the function used for the given interaction state. Simple. On can interact. When the player can interact, parse its interaction state with the corresponding data types. The player. Cool. So yeah, this is documented. Insane. Let's document also the player GD just for a moment. And then we have something that is a bit better. So far, already harmless machination timer, it's not documented. The timer for the harmless hallucinations to spawn around the player. The timer for the harmful hallucination to spawn around the player. Yeah. And that's explained. The player is currently hiding in a hiding spot, so we have that by just using that, which is easy. Starting vulnerability trapped. The function called when the player gets trapped in trap. Simple. Called when the trap timer times out. Called on game. Called when the player dies. When the player dies. Alright. So we are having something a bit better than before. My god. So this fix for the vision is the fix I need to put after that. This is the same in the modification, so it's okay. Hiding spot is fixed, which is fixed. Door layers, it's fixed as well. Level TC1 because we remove that. Player hiding, we remove that fix. But it's okay because it's in the same logic, so it's why I get that. You know what? I'm gonna remove it just so it's okay. So we just say TC refactor layer interaction. Refactor player interactions using a state machine. Because it's a bit better. We can purchase modification right now. Now we want to fix that, so GCZ fix Monster fix hiding state, removing the hiding spot in the levels on finish. Okay. CC. Fix vision, fix candidates being appended to found one as an array in an array and not a node. Okay, I actually want to do some modification to that as well. So player composition, gen. So generate candidates. It's there, append array. I want to also dedupe it. So my question would be for the array. Do I have something to dedupe array or do I need to do it myself? Good question. Maybe I should sort them and then dedupe it. It's fine. Erase. What the fuck is erase? Finds and remove the first elements of value from the array. If value doesn't exist in the array, nothing happens to remove that. We don't care. Remove that, resize, reverse, shuffle, slice, sort. We can sort custom, which is a solution that I'm okay with. And duplicate is duplicating a value, right? It's also a copy of the array, yeah. So I want to dedupe them. So I could just sort them. And then I just add them. But if it shows the fact that we have the last one and the new one. That's the solution I can do. Just going each, like the first element and then the next one. I just add them, so filter them. Solution. I can do that. Make read only. Okay, that's interesting. You can do that. All right. So custom takes A and B, right? Yeah. Yeah. So let's just have it there just for me. So I want to do candidates dot. So I want to do it at the end, not every time, because it's important. So when we do generate candidates, I want to actually be able to fix them. So func dedupe candidates, just so we have that. We want the candidates and then we want to return, so it's the array of node 2D, and then we want to return it as an array of node 2D as well. Maybe not the same though. So we want to sort them first, so var sorted equals candidates dot sort custom func a node 2D b node 2D return bool, and so I want to do a dot name above b dot name. Simple. Just want to do a return here. I want to do that. Not all code, return value. I've sorted var because the value is null. Funny. Because it returns void. Oh, sort custom returns nothing. So you need to sort it in place. Ooh, okay, fine. So you need to sort it in place. It sorts it in place. Ah, I dislike that, but okay. Yes. Ah, sorting it in place, my god. My god. I mean, I get it though. It's better in terms of storage, but bruh. Sorting it in place. Not used to that. Okay, I have to collabore, given the collabore for each element in the array, return array any. The thing is, the callable is always the same value. It's just like the current value. You can't just have like everything else. So I will need to do a 4 on that. By default, I can't use the filter or stuff, and I just need the last one. And if the last one is the same as the previous one, don't hide it again. Just pass it. So we're gonna create a new array, which is var new array, which is our friend an array of not today. That's gonna be empty. We want to return the new array at the end, so I don't forget about it. So 4. I forgot all the fucking time how you do that because normally I don't. So let me check. GD script reference, just want the 4 and stuff. So loops, I suppose, operators maybe? No. Keywords. Before. So for in range, yeah, I will need that. So for in range 0 to candidates dot size, I suppose it's something. Yeah. Just yeah, okay, I have it. So I want to do candidates I. This is our friend. Equal candidates. So if candidates I, so yeah, I want to do candidate size -1 because you don't want to similar to 1, 2, but do not allocate an array. So the last one is always yeah, so it's always exclusive, which is great. So now I want candidates I +1. Then you pass. Just don't do it this time. So you just continue, I suppose. And otherwise, if it's not the next one, so if the next one is not the same, which is okay, you add it. So you do new array dot pushback candidates I. Pretty simple, and then normally I'm supposed to have something that is empty. So if I go back to the physics process, I want to do the tube candidates here. So here the tube candidates, that, and then I want to print the candidates just so we have the ID. And now we want to see. So let's see. So it's not moving, so it's not working. I can see because there is no monster, it's not showing. Apparently I have an overlapping, but it's not showing. That's interesting. Candidates before the tube, just so I have an idea. I made an oopsie. So first monster, but then after that it's supposed to work, right? Because yeah, supposed to push it back. So in that case, why am I there? There is only the monster. There is only the monster. It's not supposed to do that. Like, there is only the monster, and even after the sort it works as well. So there is only the monster. So no matter what, I'm supposed to seeing it, and yet it's not doing that. Because normally, if it's that, you continue, otherwise you push it back. That's exactly what I'm asking you to do, right? I, which is our friend, candidates I, and I plus 1, which is candidates I plus 1, which is supposed to be 0, and so up. Let's do that. So we have to go. Okay, so apparently this was not saved because I'm asking you to print that. So we're not ranging that. Oh, but I know why. Because the range, yeah, I know why. If so, if candidates dot size else candidates, that's my fault. Trying to assign an array of type array to a variable of type array not to. Candidates is an array not 2D. It's supposed to work. What the fuck? Why don't you want to work for me? That would be great if you decided to work for me. Why? Yeah, I know. That's bad. Okay, let's just do it again, alright? Trying to assign an array of type array to a variable type array not 2D. Where? In dedupe candidate 64. So exactly there where I'm doing that. But boy, it's supposed to be an array not 2D, so it can be empty. The array is it's possible for the array to be empty. So yeah. That's the thing. It's supposed to work. So let's just do it differently then, it's fine. If candidates dot size equal to 1, return. Is that good enough for you? Yeah, I see the monster. He saw me also. My cat is a light in the dark. Oh my god. Couldn't see it because of all the blue stuff and stuff. But yeah. Can remove the switch though, that's okay. Why the fuck can't I like delete it? Yeah, delete and switch. So it's fixed. It works. We have the candidates, so this fix is done. We actually deduplicate stuff because I think before that we had like more. Not that it was really useful, but you know, we had like more. I think, do I really need to do it though? That's my question, because I don't think I need. Yeah, because I have ignored append array that is seen. So by default, it dedupes stuff. Yeah, of course. Yeah, why? I actually use my time for no reason, because you know what? It obviously does it, because it was already like excluding them from the next call. So yeah, I don't need it. It's just computation for nothing. So it's okay. So yeah, you know, sometimes you have this idea in your mind and it's just not coherent, and that was my point. That was what I was doing right now. So yeah, fuck. But now we have something that is better. Virginia works. That's great. Now we have a fix to do also, because when I go into the hiding spots, everything is modulating, and so I don't have a vision yet. So I want to change that. I want to change the player vision. I want to be able to change this vision radius, because I think that would be cool. So basically the thing is here, if I hide, technically speaking, I hide the entire player, I modulate the entire player. So what happens is the player is completely hidden, but the vision is also hidden because I show or hide the player. So my vision is also removed. That's a problem. What I want is when I hide, I want to hide the player, but I want to show the vision and I want to update it so its range is smaller. And when I get outside of here of hiding, then the range gets back to what it was. I think it's good. I think it's really interesting. Yeah. I think it could be interesting to have that. So we have the information then, and then we just do this modification. I'm gonna actually do it right now. So I've seen the characters, which is okay. I want to go back to the player. I want to take the states again. So it's the interaction and the exhaustion, interaction state, and most specifically the hide state. So it's great because I can just change this here, and the logic for the hiding is there. It's a bit bigger than before, but it's also less bulky in the player stuff, so it's great. So now that we have that, I want to hide the player, so that's the thing. But the hide here, I'm just using like player show and player hide, which is not necessarily what I like to do. So I might have to actually do that in the vision manager because I have the fade here. So it's the twin, but I could also not fade it. You know what? I want to fade. So I want the function fade. So the fade duration will be 0.1 in that case. Just yeah. So we want to modulate the player. It's not self-modulate, right? Just so I know. Self-modulate, I always remember. I always forget. The color palette is canvas lips, but it does not affect the child canvas element like modulate. So it both the node itself and the children. Yeah, because if I modulate, then the vision will not work. So self-modulate means I need to actually disable my sprite. Not the rest. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I need to modulate the sprite here. Because invisibility, apply the color to the cover sentence already. So I need to modulate the sprite. So you don't see the sprite. So the body, not twin kill, so we just have that, it's okay. So I want to do fade the player dot sprite maybe. Do you have access to the sprite? No, but I think can do so. Modulate alpha because yeah, whatever. It's just doing it here. So is in false in that case because it's out, and fade duration, which would be 0.1. Let me change that. And here same. So you're fading in, so true. And my question would be player.sprite. Player.sprite doesn't exist. Sprite isn't something I can access. So I need to define it myself, which will be not that bad because I can just do it. The player sprite, just so I have it no matter what. I want a non-ready var, which is the sprite, and the sprite will be animated sprite 2D. Okay, which works. Now, so we have access to the sprite here. We can fade it, which is great. And I want to also change the vision of the player. So let's just do it as well. I want to access the vision. So vision, which is going to be vision, the player vision node. Also, just for do I use it? No, okay. Perfect. Don't have to change that value. So now we want to do player.vision.range or vision range, I don't remember, but I can't find that. If I do vision range, so vision range is equals to all vision range divided by 2. And I want to do the same, but this time when you fade in, you put the old vision range back. And where do I get the old vision range? Well, that's easy. The default vision range of the player. So var default vision range in the case, because which is a float. Default vision range equals player.vision.vision range. Okay. So here is default vision range. And here is default vision range. And here I just do that and it's fixed now. So yeah, so now the vision range will be divided by 2. Which is a solution here. I could actually change the division for that, but you know, that's how it is. I could actually define it later. It's okay. Let's just try it again. So now normally, oh yeah, no, I can't do that because I need to destroy the vision and then. Yeah, I need to destroy the vision and do it again. Yeah, I need to destroy the vision. I think that's not a good idea. So let's just reset that. I think, you know what, the simplest thing is that when you hide, you see nothing, so you need to use your cat to know where everything is going. So you just have to throw the cat, which yeah, I think it's okay. Just saying, like, you need to send the cat and go fuck yourself. Because it's a mitigation that I didn't think about it, but it works. So yeah, I don't need to fade stuff again, so it's great. So yeah, but we can actually have documentation here. Fade a body, fade a node to the in or out. With a little animation, over a duration, using a twin on its modulates property. Called when the scene entities are updated. Right? That's great. The dictionary containing all of the entities the player called when the node is ready. Yeah, fix that. Vision called when the node is ready to set up its range and visual radius. Okay. Hold each physics frame toggle the vision on and off. Okay. Generates candidates. Oh no, actually the vision is not toggled, it's just like you don't see, like you see that there is something, but it's too dark to see it, so you just have the cats giving you light. I think I like that, actually. Because then it actually just, you just don't have the light outside, which makes sense. So yeah. Generate the list of node 2D that are candidates to be seen. A list of node 2D that are candidates to be seen. So yeah. Function called to filter which overlapping entities are seen. So because I did that not that long ago. Trigger called when a body enters the vision range. Called when a body exits the vision range. So here. We want to know, so default energy, the default energy of the vision light, the point light representing the visual radius, the owner of the vision of this node, the body, the bodies, the entities inside. So the entity inside the vision range before raycasting. The entities inside the vision range after raycasting. The same, but the entities inside the vision range after raycasting. So it's just something you filter. That's it. So yeah. Already we have documentation. That's a bit better, I'm gonna be honest with you. So yeah. Cutscene switch, yeah, just don't care about that. Okay. Vision manager, so that's documentation, that's documentation. So we're just gonna do fix GCZ, fix level 1, remove unused switch. Yeah, and now we want to add that. And same. D docs document player vision and vision manager. So that's great. We have the documentation as well. See, it's not really like the most interesting thing to do, but just some housekeeping is actually great, so I know what the fuck I'm doing. What would be cool though is having a warning from our friend Godot telling me you did not, in fact, document stuff. That would be great because now I need to chase it myself, and sometimes I forget about doing the documentation, which is bad. You should not forget about it, but it happens to me, it happens to everyone, and yeah, it just makes it a tad annoying because now you know I have that to also modify. And honestly, I don't have the faith to do it right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually stop on that. That was a nice stream, but I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. Yeah, it was a nice stream, but yeah, I'm gonna actually stop on there. We already refactored the thing that I really wanted to refactor, which was the interaction system Now it's way better than this awful shit I did that was not even like scalable. So yeah, so now we have something that is way better. But yeah. We will play Hunt Showdown on Saturday. Yes, I'm having a hard time actually presenting right now because yeah, I'm tired. So we'll be playing Hunt Showdown on Saturday, and then on Sunday I will work also again on my tile sets that I'm trying my tile set I'm trying to make again. So to make it in 64 by 64, I already worked a bit on it outside of streams, of course. So you will be able to see the modifications and stuff. It's not much, but it's honest work. So yeah, I'll see you on Saturday, and for those who are not interested in gaming, I'll see you on Sunday. So yeah, have a fantastic evening. I love you all. Thank you for watching, and bye. See you later.